Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream today. We are live on Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon. First for Survivor, then Big Brother. A 2-hour Survivor premiere, followed by the Big Brother episode, 3 hours of television. That is what we are in for. I did make the mistake of trying to record the next Genius episode for Patreon early, and I did that right before this, and it was a very long episode, and so I've actually been watching TV for the last 2 hours already. Whoops! I am not on the recap. Thankfully. Thankfully. I thought I would have to be. But Rob really took one for the team. The Amazing Race is tomorrow, I believe. Right? Am I right or am I wrong? Any jet lag coverage? We haven't talked about it for RHAP. I might do something on Patreon. Might be the call. But who knows? Stay tuned. It's tough to... There's so much happening. Between the finale coming up, then we've got Deep Dives, Amazing Race, Survivor, and I'm still like prepping for the audiobook recording, which is going to be a week in LA, just about a week after the season ends. So like, there's a lot going on. But I promise we'll get to all of it at some point. How many deep dives are planned? I mean, none are planned. I just anticipate. You know, those can go for anywhere from like 2 to 8 hours, you know. Sometimes in person, sometimes not. So there's all kinds of stuff that accompanies those, of course. And because I'm doing the audiobook recording shortly after the season ends, I don't have a ton of time for deep dives. Like, I've got the 1 week in between, and even just trying to schedule with somebody who just got out of the house for a deep dive, like they might just come a little bit later. Not sure. But I will be watching Survivor live all season. On all platforms, including Patreon. That is the plan. I don't think I can watch The Amazing Race premiere tomorrow night, because I think it will be during the recap, the Big Brother recap, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I'll have to catch the premiere another time. Maybe some Patreon coverage. Have I considered BB Can retrospective videos? Perhaps someday. But Survivor's about to start. Here we go. The premiere of season 49. Let's start a prediction. Predictions up. Donovan, thank you for the 10. Here for the marathon. Patreon streams are not saved. I cannot turn up the episode audio, but I can turn myself down if that's necessary. I can charm a woman. I know how they work. Here's the Riz God. Fun fact, I was also the first person in my family to go to college and graduate college. I feel like it's pretty common. I feel like college has become a lot more common, like in the more recent generations. Turn me down a little more. I'm -4 right now on Patreon. Just turned it down a little more. Oh, you want me louder? I can go back to 0. The show is loud now. Okay. I'll leave it as is. I'll leave it as is. He's such a Gen Zer, this Riz God. We are anti-spoiler here, but I will give a caveat that we do know who's returning to Survivor 50 from this cast. So I will be talking about that. I'll talk more in commercial about all that stuff. I probably should have set it up beforehand. I'll avoid talking about it until then. I believe they caught 2 contestants cheating in the pregame, which is why there's 2 alternates. I think they were like communicating with each other. That is super sweet. What Jake just said. Not the cheating. This is not The Price is Right. I need sob stories, sir. They're like already prepping for 50 here. I'm into this. What's funny is that was not nearly as cool in person because he had no music. But I thought that was fun. Give me a good opening monologue. Hype me up. Just please don't cover them in mud so I can see who they are. That's my only ask for the first challenge. That's it. No mud. Oh, everyone knew. Everyone knew in the prediction. I thought I would trip people up on the commercial prediction. Maybe I should have done Will There Be Mud? That would have been a fun prediction, actually. The Walking Hulk? Did you just say he's the Walking Hulk? Is the implication that the Hulk doesn't otherwise walk? He also wasn't walking, he was running. This is the. I feel like everyone in the draft was like, oh, the tribe with Jake is gonna suck. I guess Annie's falling behind, but they have Jake. I didn't get that logic. But listen, I'm not up on the pregame stuff, so. Annie early fave for first boot. Well, not great for me. I knew that was a possibility, though. That's a real swim, not one of those fake swims. I've only gotten the grenade once, and the one time I did, I also had the winner. But I don't draft safe. That's how I got the very first win. I'm hearing if the video is choppy on Patreon, try browser if possible. If you're on app. My win was Erica. I had a bunch prior to that though, before we started the new era of drafting. I have one person on each tribe. That sucks for me. That sucks for me. I have to be worried no matter what. I like it better when I stock up. I don't know the tribes when I draft. Who do you think I am? Gen Z, thank you for the 50th. Yeah, they talk about the tribes. Yeah, that's not going to be right. That's not going to be right. I like how the two people with glasses. I guess Matt has glasses too. I feel like likelihood of being chosen for a puzzle is directly proportionate. All three tribes have someone with glasses on the puzzle. Is it a hero moment for MC? She gets to come in and close the deal. The other people have to put the puzzle together. Okay, I guess she does have to actually do something. Fair enough, fair enough. I thought this was a formality. Bong. Are they not competing for second? Oh no, it's over. Jail link the 27th. Okay, we're doing what we did last time. Last time the winner went on this, right? And then lost the challenge. Rizzo and Alex. Underway. His peers and partners. Doors, thank you for the 13th. Okay. No commercial. Next prediction. Who wins? Alex or Rizzo? Okay. So some things to talk about briefly here, if I may, during the commercial. Um, there are spoilers for 50. Spoilers for who gets onto 50, Survivor 50 next season. Who gets asked back? Um, this is like very widespread knowledge. My advice to anybody that does not want to know, if you genuinely want to keep yourself in the dark about who gets asked back to Survivor 50, which, by the way, doesn't mean they're going to win. It just means they're going to be a big character for sure on the season. That's so it's not like huge spoilers necessarily, but it's very out there. So my advice is, if you really care about it, you need to remove yourself from social media. You will find out. There's no way you're not going to find out. It's going to be in all kinds of discussions. It's going to be everywhere, including this stream, because I know it. I can't hide it. And people are going to mention it, and it's going to be part of like analysis. It's going to be all over the place. So that is fair warning. Um, I will be talking about it, and it will be everywhere. So I think you should make a choice right now. Either I want to go off grid, yeah, and avoid it entirely, or just accept that I'm going to know who's coming on to 50. Yeah, if there are any spoilers specifically for this season, we do not want them here. I do not know them. Um, this is strictly talking about Survivor 50. Um, so here it is. This is your chance to leave again if you really didn't want to know. One more chance. Rizzo and Savannah. The Riz God and Savannah are the two people who were asked back to Survivor 50. If you watched the draft, we did not say anything about it, but they were the first two chosen. I was not going to choose them, genuinely, because I feel like the odds of them actually being winners feels lower to me. Because why would you bring back the most recent winner? Okay, we're back. But theoretically, they could be. All we know for sure is that they're going to be big characters, big enough to be brought back sight unseen. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I guess Kyle was asked back. That's a good point. I hadn't thought of that. It just feels weird to bring back a winner that hasn't even won yet on screen. This is where we're at. Did I know this? Is there a stigma around hearing aids? I assume so, especially if he says so. I, trust his experience. This tribe is already so likable. I'm gonna need some Matt content soon, though. A phobia of birds. Oh no. Okay, no Matt content. 0 for 1. Now we're looking for Annie content. The first male Taurus. That's some American Ninja Warrior. First mother over 27 to get up the warped wall. She's the bagel person. I know it because she talked about being from New York. Sometimes it's hard to connect them to their pet peeves because I really only remember the bios. Who is this? Oh, this is one of the Sophies. Hold on, I gotta look up the pet peeve. Peter Pan. Oh, here's Annie. I want you to be my number one. He replies, Alex and I already have a bromance. We haven't even talked. I would not want to work with that guy. Straight up, I would not want to work with that guy. What a wild thing to say to me. Here's Savannah. She thinks marketing is less threatening than news. Come on, give me some Juwan. Her eyes are just so cool. Shannon is the one that had a pet peeve of pet peeves. How dare she? Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Oh, she's the AI Jesus person. Is that real? Did she really talk about that? Oh, we didn't even. We'll wait until we get the actual challenge. I mean, I Googled it. I saw what it was. I just am wondering if that really is what that she really did talk about it. I personally don't have confirmation that she actually did this, but I'll give you the readout of what I found when I Googled it on the podcast. Unlock spiritual wisdom and discover guidance with Jesus AI, a website dedicated to meaningful conversations with Jesus Christ. She could be talking about a different thing. That's just the first result I see on Google. I will say, not a great opening for my draft team. I went 0 for 3 in being introduced to my draft team on their individual tribes. I'm not feeling very good right now. That's the thing about the Survivor draft as opposed to the Big Brother draft is that you watch the first episode of Survivor and you basically know if you have a chance or not. There have been multiple seasons where I watched the first episode of the season and went, "Oh, I'm not winning this season." And this might be one of them. Her specific quote was being fully trained in AI. What does that mean? I'm like, be Jesus. I'm a spiritual guru mixed with someone who wins Survivor. So she didn't talk about this specific AI Jesus. I'm personally just a little like, I can't believe that actually exists. Actually, what am I talking about? Of course I can believe it actually exists. Sometimes you have to remember the society you live in. You know what I mean? And we're back. All right, here we go. We're going to get the challenge now. Interesting that Rizzo is doing this, actually. What stops you from just looking at your opponent's puzzle? I guess you have to complete it. I'm sorry. You think you're terrible at puzzles and you volunteered for a solo challenge where you almost certainly will have to deal with some kind of puzzle? Man, I would hate having to wear those pants. So he's out cardioed, not even good at puzzles. What are we doing, Rizzo? Negative 100? I've never seen someone so aggressively negative about their puzzle ability. Let's cook. Imagine if Rizzo was first boot. They brought him back anyway. That would be really funny, actually. It'd be so funny. I don't remember which person picked him, but it would serve them right. He's made zero progress. Wait, you don't have to. Oh, he's just copying. Okay. He should have demolished his own puzzle. He left again without demolishing it. What is he doing wrong? Oh yeah, it is. Oh, Rizzo's spot is different. He's still not even close. You goofball. No way does Rizzo win this. What a colossal throw. I wish I could hug myself, but I can't. Oh boy. I wish we had done the prediction during the challenge because that would have been a really good one. But Rizzo does take down the win. Next prediction. Which tribe do we see first upon coming back? Is it yellow, red, blue? Those are the three, right? Yes. Okay. My newest impersonation. I don't can I do I don't know if I can do it. The only reason I can impersonate Big Brother players, not that they're actual impersonations in the first place, is because they seep into my consciousness by listening to them so much. I couldn't possibly do Rizzo right off the out of the gate like that. What I could try to do. No. Sound clips were not set up. I mean, Alex just really panicked and messed up there. He should have destroyed his puzzle the second he finished it and knew where to dig. And then maybe even just like keep the piece that showed the X just to like be able to double check. And then he was in the right spot. He just wasn't digging deep enough. Like like literally. And he psyched himself out. All right, we're back. Red. Red is first. I'm surprised the drafters were not thinking this was the wild tribe. Look at these people. I guess both returners are from this tribe. But that could mean they are a disaster and it just comes down to Rizzo and Savannah, you know? Please cry. He seems like a good kid. He seems like your classic, like, packaged in the younger generation vibe, but you can't let that put you off because he's actually a good kid kind of thing. We're a bromance. Okay. What is the connection to them? Why does this make him want to work with them specifically? Wait, at any moment? I thought she just got pregnant. She's due soon. GameCube or a Wii? I thought he was going to say GameCube or N64. I'm old. Not as old as Matt. I'm so happy we're getting a Matt introduction here. With a funny, is that a funny beard? It's a beard. Next prediction. Do we get a competition or a chat? We get a challenge. We get a challenge in the next segment. If we do, I'm going to instantly resolve the prediction and then do a prediction for the challenge. Um, lot to process there. Liked Rizzo. Jake, interesting. I got interesting from his bio. What I will say is, like, I think people are generally too judgy about, like, this person has kids, therefore they shouldn't be doing X. Especially if what he's saying is true, and after Vince, we can't trust anyone. but but that she gave him the go ahead. Like, you don't know, their circumstances. Like, this is a potentially once in a lifetime opportunity. You could potentially win a ton of money. Um, it's obviously important to him and his dad. Um, so like, these are tough decisions that people have to make, and I don't think that that we should judge them for them. Judge them for them. Yeah, that was right. Unless his wife comes out and is like, actually, I begged him to stay. And it's like, no, Vince, you did it again. My husband was there for my baby being born, and it's not all it's cracked up to be. uh it is like such a classic thing. Like the father being there for the birth of the baby. It feels like it's such a litmus test for is it a are they a good like father? Like if you're not there, you're a deadbeat. And it's like, how low is the bar? You know what I mean? Because that feels like such a low bar. What does the father do during the birth is a litmus test? I actually don't know. I mean, I've watched lots of hospital shows. I feel like they usually just stand there and hold their hand or something. I assume they like take classes and stuff and they're like ready and like they know like what to help with. Yeah, the breathing and stuff. And then I also know that after the birth, the skin to skin contact thing, they like take their shirt off, they hold the baby. I've watched hospital shows. I know a thing or two. I watched The Pit. I'm basically a doctor. They cut the umbilical cord. I'm sorry. That feels like something I should not be doing. That feels like something that should be left to a medical professional. I would not want to screw that up. All right, we're back. Wait, she lost her shoe. How do you lose your shoe? Oh, that's how. He stole her shoe. He's the new Russell Hantz. Honestly, I'm into it. I'm into it. Let's have some fun. Is it a good move? No, but it's fun. Oh, here's Annie. I was gonna say, if we don't get Annie in the first episode, she's screwed because she's such a character. Uh-oh. Oh, she's getting the first negative edit of the season. Oh. Everyone told me not to do it, and I did it anyway. I didn't listen. I chose her anyway. She had a good pet peeve. It's not my fault. Wait, we're back? We're so back? She really backed him into a corner there. He was 1,000% about to say his mom. Grandmother. Man, she's like an actual gamer here. I'm loving it. Come on, Jawan's my guy. I need more Jawan. Give him a confessional. Chris, thank you. Yes. Let's go. Get your movie producer, bro. Roblox? I think Nate should have told them he was a movie producer. Straight up. Because if they know he's a movie producer, they're going to want him in their alliance. It's just a great way to make a good first impression. Oh, we are getting choppy. Why is this happening? I think we're back. I think we're back. I think I'm just like overtaxing my computer. I think it's fair to feel that way early on. No challenge, by the way, but we will run it back. Um, I think it's fair to feel that way early on. You're meeting new people. You're very concerned that like what you're doing is like if what you're doing is working. The key is to not let that anxiety poke through to your actual interactions. Um, it's one thing to have a moment in confessional. I think that's totally fine. If you let that come across in how you're interacting with people, that's a problem. If it lingers with you even after you like lock in with people and you should start feeling better, that's also a problem. Um, if it's still choppy, try refreshing, or if you're not on desktop, try desktop. Um, so about the movie producer thing, think about it this way, and not everyone's going to think this way, but I would say a majority of people, if you end up on a tribe, five other people there, one of those people says, "Hey, I am a movie producer. I made Black Panther and Captain America." Even if you're not like a Marvel person, most people are aware enough of movies and think they're cool that at the very least, you just want to talk to that person, ask them about their job. What is it like to be a movie producer? Have you met, you know, Ryan Reynolds, the real one? Chris Evans, like, what are they like? What is it like being on set? Like, how much money do you make? You know, like, there's all kinds of questions you might want to ask a person like that. And that's just baseline, right? You may also have a huge Marvel fan like Jawan on the cast who would be like, oh my God, like, what if I become friends with this guy? And now I'm friends with a guy that makes movies I love. What if I could meet those people? What if I could work on a movie? He's also a video editor. The guy works in that. Like, um, there's just a lot that you can accomplish just through revealing that alone. And so then the downside is, oh, are they going to not want to vote for me to win in the final three? It's like, get there first. You know what I mean? We're back. The way he just dodged that hug. I, wow, really glad you clarified, Jake. I was worried there for a sec. I mean, you literally proposed an alliance to him and he said he wanted to be with Alex. This tribe has given me tribal. Are we in the mid 2000s? That looks so dangerous. He wants to make an Avengers squad. Man, I'm just getting so nervous watching these people with their machetes. Oh. Chill, Savannah. He's just trying to make some fire. No challenge again. And what an incredible return on investment here. 3% said no challenge. That's one of the biggest two option returns I've ever seen. Let's run it back one more time. Well, perhaps one more time. I mean, based on what we actually saw, I feel like he didn't really do much that was wrong there. He just was trying really hard to make fire and then had to walk away because he wasn't able to. I feel like that's pretty normal. However, what I will say is that Nate came across as very charismatic and game savvy, which obviously was very appealing to Savannah. I think maybe they wanted to like create a moment that was a definitive turn, but I feel like this is probably more on Nate doing well than Jawan like screwing up because he was trying to make fire. Yeah. So we are 40 minutes. We have 40 minutes left. I feel like we have to have a challenge at this point. Surely. What's interesting is that there's actually more no betters this time than last time. I think that says something about how gambling works. Because the odds of there being no challenge are significantly lower. But more people went in on no this time. You imagine because of like missing out last time. They're like, oh, well, I want to get in on it this time. That's how they get you. Has Survivor ever had a dungeon master? I bet they have. Yeah. All right. And we do have a challenge. I always run into this. Is the challenge outcome spoiled? I don't want to know anything else. Just yes or no me. Is the challenge outcome spoiled? Don't answer if you don't know. I'm getting a concerning amount of yeses. First place is spoiled. Loser spoiled, not first or second. All right, let's just test the waters. Who gets second place? If I see that too many people are answering correctly, we'll have to stop doing this style of prediction. If you're a little bit spoiler conscious, maybe don't look at the results. Which tribe gets second place? That is the prediction. Oh, this is the mud. Of course. Oh, he just whipped himself in the face. And they're unrecognizable. Didn't yellow team win the reward too? They're already in the lead again. The shot of the mud. I mean, that was a pretty cool shot. Oh, Jeff loves a man who does all the work in a challenge. Notice how he didn't say, Sage doing all the work. Man, yellow crushes. Blue is struggling. How did they know? If you want a picnic, go to a park. I'm sorry, Jeff, but like, where did that come from? Nobody talked about picnics. That would have been funny if somebody mentioned a picnic. You can't just pull picnic out of nowhere. Okay. I wasn't prepared for that. Oop. Oh, the mud on his teeth. Ugh. I guess it makes sense that it could be red going. They've got a lot of. I think it has to be Blue or red going to tribal? I feel like yellow won't go. They don't have enough content. And there it is. Instantly proven right. I mean, how does red lose this? There it is. Red. Okay. Eh. Oof. We want Annie safe. Okay. So I'm looking at the prediction results. And most people got it wrong. Only 30% said red. However, a collective 87% did not choose blue, which feels a little sketchy. Feels a little bit sketchy. I'm a little. It's not quite enough. It's not quite damning enough to make me not run this kind of thing again, but I think we might need to be cautious. Because yeah, I mean, I think it's fair. I think the edit was pointing toward a blue potential tribal also. So, um, but red will take it. Too many like that though, and privileges will be revoked, and we will stick to other kinds of predictions. Um, next prediction. Any advantages? Are any advantages found or introduced in the next segment? I'm realizing that we are 3/4 of the way through a um a 2-hour premiere, and there have been no advantages. Is that? I feel like that's fairly unusual. I saw somebody mention feeds. Is something happening on the feeds? Vince being weird. Josh, thank you for the 10th. What's the biggest thing that's ever happened on feeds that I missed? I mean, everything that happened before I started watching feeds. Um, Honestly, I don't know, and I don't know if I would remember, because if I did miss something, I would have just watched it back pretty quickly. We're back. Yeah, like something like Crazy Eyes. But I don't feel like I missed that. I don't remember missing it because I just watched it immediately. Who could leave here? There's the obvious of Annie or Bagel Lady. I don't remember her name. Jake's Nicole. Jake has been a big presence that I could see a fall. I don't know, guys. I feel like it's Annie. I feel like they introduced the negative Annie stuff early. Now they're trying to hide it so that they can sneak up on us with it. Okay, I saw the chat freaking out about something. I was like, what are they freaking out about? And as soon as she put her hand there, I was able to turn my head in time. I had just enough warning. Here we go. This is maybe where it comes down on Annie, or Jake. Did she say Alex? Isn't she with Alex? She's trying to keep it secret. That's dangerous. Uh, uh, all right. Okay. Um, no advantage. Um, all right. I'm not even gonna ask. I'm just gonna take a gamble. Is a shot in the dark played? Again, be wary. It's possible that people know the answer to this question. Um, so if you are concerned about that, you can avoid looking at how people are answering. Um, but I'm just gonna throw it out there, and we'll see what happens. Is a shot in the dark played? Um, so I see two possibilities here. I see either what I initially was thinking, which is why would people know that? I don't know. People randomly know stuff over my years of doing these Survivor watch parties. I don't know how people know things sometimes. Sometimes, like, I think episodes get screened early. Like, I don't know. But I try not to talk about it too much because I don't want people talking about it generally because who knows what might pop up. Um, but I think either we're looking at what I mentioned earlier, which is Annie is the boot here. She got an initial negative edit, then was hidden until sort of the last minute, and then introduced as like a swerve. Or this was meant as a decoy. She mentions Alex's name as a way to hide their relationship. Um, I do think that Nicole mentioning the shot in the dark, this is why I made the prediction. Nicole mentioning the shot in the dark makes me feel like she will play it, which makes me feel like the vote is her more than I did before. Um, but I could easily see it going either way. By the way, I mentioned this the other day. My book, of course, that I will be narrating soon, is available for pre-order on Audible along with other audiobook sites. Um, and it was in the top 3 for coming soon. Under Siege by Eric Trump. However, this morning it was above the Trump book. And I was going to come in here triumphant. However, it has fallen below it again. And now it's number 4. But briefly, Briefly, we did it. Yeah, I'm personally fond of Libro for audiobooks. That's where I genuinely get all of my audiobooks from Libro. Matthew McConaughey has an audiobook out now. Well, this is for coming soon. So if it's already out, I'm not competing in this particular list. It's also like if you click on it, it won't tell you like where it is on lists. You have to like manually find the lists. So I don't know if it's on any others. I mean, I think it can only be on coming soon because it's not actually out on any other lists yet. All right, we're back. By the way, if you don't know, this is what you see on Patreon. Libro, it's libro.fm, I believe. That was just off the dome. Yeah. Let's get into it. I didn't even mean to do it. I just instantly didn't care about tribal. And I started checking to see if anything happened on the feeds. Oh, are they fighting? They don't look like they're fighting. Hey, there's only one rock star, and it's not her daughter's birthday. Sorry, I'm talking about Vincent Morgan on the Big Brother. They're boring me. Isn't that kind of a problem, Jeff? What happened to the other Sophie? Aren't there two of them? Who's the other Sophie? Did we see her? Wasn't really in the episode. Oh, I'm telling you, I think she's gonna play Shot in the Dark. I think they showed that segment of her like reading people, and she's gonna play her Shot in the Dark. But it could land on Annie if she might hit it. What if she hits it? Well, they would have had to throw a throwaway vote if she hits it, right? Because they're not planning to split. I feel like we don't have enough time for her to hit it. Man, it's tough watching this right after Australian Survivor versus the Worlds. That first tribal was so intense. They were all gaming so hard. It wasn't like, which one of the weak challenge performers are we going to vote out? No shot in the dark? Uh-oh. That's bad for Annie. Uh-oh. That looked like Annie's vote. That looked like a way that Annie would vote. That looked like a way Nicole would vote. Oh, boy. Okay. It's Nicole. It's got to be Nicole. It's Nicole. Why am I always stressing like this? I don't like it, though. I don't want Nicole to go. I was like relieved, but then instantly like, oh, but she was kind of cool. Oof. Shannon got the grenade. What would it take for me to recap a Real Housewives season? Seriously, name your price. I need this. I don't know. Maybe we can negotiate something. Um, what was I gonna say? I had something in mind. Now I've forgotten. I got distracted by housewives. Um, kind of a lame result, ultimately, I would say. No shot in the dark. 60-40. Okay. I feel good about that. I feel good about that result. No shot in the dark. Um, I'm surprised she didn't play it. I really felt like they were setting her up to play shot in the dark with her like reading people segment. Would subscribe on Patreon and watch the show. Listen, I'm open. I think probably my thought process for off-season Patreon, off Big Brother season Patreon content is to have multiple shows running at the same time so that there's a little bit for everyone. But we'll see. Real Housewives definitely would be on the table. I mean, I'd give it a try at the very least. I can't promise anything. I don't know how many episodes there are. Pay me by episode. All right, we're back. She's a Karen. I don't want to see her go. Well, we're gonna jump straight into Big Brother, so not a lot of room for post-mortem on Survivor, and here we are already. Um, Jeez, I need to like tweet this out and everything. If you were here for Survivor, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Um, Stay tuned. I'll be streaming. Hold, sorry guys, I'm gonna mute the Big Brother recap. I will be doing Survivor watch parties every week. Twitch, YouTube, and Patreon. We are now getting into some Big Brother. Most Survivor episodes won't be so hectic at the end. But thanks again for hanging out. Stick around for Big Brother if you want. We'll have a good time. I need to BB27 special eviction watch party. Spooky. We'll get to the prediction. Ooh. Oh, we're getting that in the episode? Hold up now. All right, commercial buy. Interchangeable. He can't give Ashley a just an ounce. A spineless weasel all game. Like, he's obviously not wrong, but like, Keanu's one of the least people who could complain. Tupperware. Sorry, we just started dropping frames a little. It's wild. It's wild that they both had the same misconception. South Bay, thank you, the 41st. Mr. Thank you, the 63rd. Early commercial. I appreciate that I don't eat like that. I do get fairly self-conscious about eating on stream. Cindy, thank you for the 57th. Because it's pretty awkward the way I'm forced to eat. Like, but what are you going to do? Get a 3-hour block exactly at dinner time. I don't have to eat. I mean, I kind of do. Like, the other way I could eat is to like hold it up and move the mic. But you're here for me to entertain you, not for me to like be off mic eating. You know what I mean? I do my best. um, one thing hold on, let me do a prediction. Um, do we start the veto comp? We do have a fair amount to get through here. We could just start it right away. Um, one thing that I've been thinking that I was thinking about in this episode was when Ava refers to Ashley as her final two. It's just funny to hear that because that is Ava's perspective, and it makes me think about how Ava hasn't like ratted that out, and how if she did, it could actually make a dent in her campaign. But the problem is she doesn't know that part of the reason why they're keeping Ashley is out of loyalty to Ashley because Ashley's been working with them so closely. Colin, thank you for the 5. Don't mind me eating a stream. Tell us when you're. It's just chicken and rice as sort of per usual. Um, But they've been sort of at the behest of Ashley to some degree. We're back, by the way. Uh, hiding the Judges Alliance. What is this? Oh, I thought they were like going full on, full in with a showman's edit. Hmm? Renegade, think of the 54th. All I was saying about the judges is that they're waiting until goodbye messages to reveal it, which is helping prevent Ava from ratting Ashley out about basically not being loyal to it. Is the weasel stuff intentional? They just want to keep talking about weasels? Yourself? I've been saved by the veto. Be a little more accurate. This would drive me nuts. I say it every year. I will do a tiny veto on stream someday. That is happening. So you'll get to watch me be super annoyed. I'm gonna be really bad at it. Biscuits, thank you for the 30-second. Oh, by the way, I think I put the emotes into the YouTube thing. Yeah, they're in there. I don't know if you guys have been using it. If you're a member on the YouTube channel, you can use the emotes. Having to do the other side seems really tough. All right. Here's a commercial. We did, in fact, get a veto comp. Next prediction. Oh, yeah. Videos from home. Are the videos from home in the next segment? So what I'm seeing is I don't have a good way of showing this. This is like each little piece is like this shaped, right? Lots of these pieces. Many of them seem to be right-handed. They're coming in from this side and stacking. So they're doing the far end first. Then they're coming in and then stacking like this, right? With the right hand coming in like this. The problem is that if somehow this far end falls, but the rest of it doesn't, grab another one. So you got like here, here, here. If this far end falls, boop, and so now you have it like stacked like this, you know? Trying to reach your arm around the ones that aren't stacked in order to restack these seems like it's part of the big challenge. Now, if you were ambidextrous, it looks like there's another hole for the other arm. You could just pull around with your left arm. All right, we're back. We're back. Keanu seems to keep overstacking that side. That looks real janky, dude. Yeah. It's a lot more solid than Mince's was. This really was like the one competition of the last 4 that somebody else was capable of winning. Specifically, that somebody like Ashley or Ava were capable of winning. So it's like, yeah, if you miss this one, it's like, well, sorry. Wait 4 more comps. You'll have another chance. That was an awesome shot. Something. Something told him. Keanu. That's my fault. No family visit or family videos. But let's run it back. They have a lot to cover in 30 minutes. I mean, honestly, not that much. They really were just kind of waiting for Keanu to leave for quite a while. Um, oh yeah, I guess we have the Ashley Keanu fight. That's something. We have the family visit, we have the ceremony, we have the eviction. So I guess, yeah, I guess we're kind of actually booked up. Am I going to do a Survivor recap episode? No, just the streams. For now, at least. The dude thought Riley would evict Catherine for him, right? What day do live feeds end for the season? It will probably be the day of finale. Will I be streaming Amazing Race? I will not be streaming the Amazing Race tomorrow specifically because we will be doing the Big Brother podcast. Um, however, I am open to potentially streaming for the Amazing Race in the future. It just kind of depends. Because that would also be like this one, a bit of a 3-hour block every night, which is a lot of streaming. But, you know, I'll definitely do something with it. Well, I'll put up a video on Patreon for sure. For the premiere. Does Keanu give his vote to Vince if he sits in the final two? I think the only way he does is if Vince cuts Morgan. And even then, he said he wouldn't give him his vote, but I think there's a chance he would. Is it still possible to get a signed copy of the book? Yes. There are two options right now. One is a book plate from Eagle Eye. The other is you can still get the signed version from the book Catapult. However, the book Catapult will be ending pre-orders on the 30th, so you don't have much time left to do that. Eagle Eye should still be open for a while, though, as well as a couple of other options, but those are currently not signed. And we're back. Oh boy. Oh, is this is the esthetician? No? Oh, they skipped it. They skipped the eyebrows. Obvious reasons. I think we're getting family videos. Family videos. Wow, she looks just like her mom. That's wild. They made sure Ava's boyfriend was involved. I guarantee you. Oh boy. Come on now. He's lying to us, by the way. He frankly couldn't have gotten away with that diary room a month ago. Certainly can't now. Guys, I feel like watching this episode, I think we've been a little overly judgmental. I think I've seen the light. You know, it is a big bed. It's a big bed. I think that's something that nobody has considered. And I think that we all need to consider this fact, okay? Nobody considered how big the bed was. I haven't seen any of that in the discourse. All right. Prediction. Veto ceremony. I mean, it goes without saying, obviously, in that diary room session, the way that he phrases things, the way that he talks about things is so consistent with the way that he has behaved all season long, of course. Is there a way to get signed copies overseas? Eagle Eye on the website, TaranArmstrong.com is the best bet there. Big Brother HOH bed, Alaskan King, says Ariel. Thank you for the $2. Not only is he lying to us, but the way that he's phrasing things is like, deflecting as much blame as possible, framing it as, am I single now? Did this thing happen to me? I can't leave not winning money or being single. Like, no ownership of his role in it, right? Like, it's a subtle thing, but it's very telling. Um, which is not to say that he is unwilling. He, of course, would 1000%, if pressed, go, "You're totally right. I've messed up my whole life. It's completely my fault. I'm worthless." Ashley, thank you for the $10. Um, but it's all just a tactic. And it's just like, dude, just stop lying. You know? Just take some actual ownership over the decisions that you made instead of like fake taking ownership as a tactic to gain sympathy. And listen, he gets out of that house, he can do whatever he wants. He can do whatever he wants in the house. But I like it's just like it is the like that little bit of pity that he does evoke that just makes me feel like dude, it's actually not that hard. Like you do this to yourself. Just stop. No, we don't listen to this. Um and like ultimately this is my in my experience, um you like I'm not really a tough love person generally, but like you can't allow somebody to manipulate you in that way. It's bad for you, it's bad for them. It's just bad overall. Like you have to put your foot down and say, "No, I'm sorry." You know? All right, we're back. I'm assuming this is the veto ceremony. Are they just going to go straight into the vote after this? Like when the bell tolls. Yeah, no Keanu fight with Ashley, unfortunately. I like it. They're like, you have 1 hour. And then they're showing Vince just chilling upstairs, like napping with headphones. The entire West Coast. Yo, I'm clear then. Wait, why did the logo? Oh, there we go. Um, last prediction. Final DR. Is it Keanu, Vince, Ava, Ashley, or Morgan? This could be a tricky one. Just letting you know, could be a tricky one. Why do all of these actors look familiar and yet I don't know who they are? No, she's the one from Girls. The other guy was Dave Franco. What about the kids, though? I feel like I recognize the kids. The guy is from How to Train Your. Wait, what? From How to Train His Own? How to Train Your Dragon, okay. And the girl was Mad Men? No. What was that movie called again? McKenna Grace. Oh, we're back. She wasn't in Mad Men. She has been in a bunch of stuff, though. Oh, she was the kid from Gifted. I remember that movie. Haunting of Hill House. They could get in everything. I was wondering if they were going to do a public vote before this. Man, I feel like Jackbox has a genuine case. Man, it's like they heard my complaints about how the nomination ceremony worked and they were like, fine. Genuinely, that's the most interesting vote out I've seen in a while. It genuinely adds so much to just like do it instead of it all being, you know, smoke and mirrors. Yeah, no shout outs. Honestly, I kind of like the DR rather than Julie interview too. Starting the HOH competition is kind of fun. This has been a fun episode. This is the big die competition. I just like how it didn't have to follow the same tired structure. My final two Ashley is so funny to me every time. Look at them struggle to even move the thing. Ava and Ashley were like, yeah, it was really tough to move. By the time we moved it like one block, we were like, oh yeah, we did it. And Morgan was already basically done. Which I'm sure is an exaggeration, but is that Ava? Is that an Ava final DR? It was. Okay. Wow, another 3%er tonight. We've had some wildly long odds. Listen, I said it could be a tricky one. Okay. Well, that is it for tonight. The 3-hour marathon has concluded. Thank you for joining me. Thank the esthetician in the sky that I don't have to do a podcast now. But I will of course be back tomorrow. I believe it is a 90-minute episode of Big Brother. We'll see the live eviction, and then there will be a podcast after that. And then we'll keep it moving. Of course, live feed update tomorrow, and then we'll keep going with those. D-Dug, thank you for the 300. Rob will be doing the podcast tonight, yes. So you still have a podcast tonight to go check out. Thank you to the patrons, of course. Do not currently have replays for the stream on the Patreon. Quick thoughts on Survivor. I don't want to spoil it because if people came here to watch Big Brother, I don't want to spoil Survivor. My non-spoilery, very general thoughts are that I felt like it was a fine premiere. Overall, though, we got through the 3 hours. Thank you for hanging out. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see all of you tomorrow.